Okay, what's up guys? This is Marc Augustine here. And in this video, I'm going to talk about should you as a foreigner do business in Nicaragua. So why I'm doing this video, I just left Nicaragua 3 days ago after 11 years living there. So like, subscribe. A lot of you guys who have followed me for a long time may be surprised I left Nicaragua, and that's a whole other story. I'll make a separate video on that. But what we are talking about in this video is should you, if you are not based in Nicaragua, if you're a foreigner, should you do business in Nicaragua? Before I get into should you do business in Nicaragua, I think it's important for you to understand who I am and how I ended up in Nicaragua. So my name is Marc Augustine. I'm born and raised until I was 18 in the island of Trinidad and Tobago. It's a beautiful island, the southern part of the Caribbean, 7 kilometers from Venezuela. When I was 18, I went to the United States and I studied mathematics at Morgan State University in Baltimore, Maryland. And moving to the US gave me the opportunity to not just get educated, but to understand capitalism, to understand entrepreneurship, and more importantly, to understand making money online. So entrepreneurship digitally, right? So when I graduated with my undergrad degree, I started this whole online journey. I wrote a blog. I actually had 2 successful blogs. One that was called mybusinesscreditblog.com, and the other one is creditrich.net. So I built those 2 online platforms, online real estate, made money there. I lived in the US for a while. I did sales, started making money online, went to grad school, lived in Miami, Texas, got divorced, and then I went back home for a little while and I Googled best place in the world to live. At the time, Costa Rica, strangely enough, was the best place to live. So I moved to Costa Rica. I started my online journey, started eBay dropshipping, was making a little bit of money, but I was not making, at the time, I was only making about $300-400 a month. But I could see that if I could make $300 or $400 a month, if I had more time, I could grow this business to a bigger business. Now, Costa Rica is a relatively expensive country. So in asking my friends, hey, I'm in Costa Rica, I want to spend less money, I'm making money lying, where should I go? My friend Jonathan, who I spoke to last night, Tobago Johnny, he said, check out Nicaragua. I was there, it's cheap, you should try there. So I moved to Nicaragua, continued my dropshipping business, and it was good. Like, I was making money. You guys who followed me for a long time know that I grew eBay dropshipping to making $10,000 a month. And that worked well. The internet, right now in 2022, there's strong internet, so you don't have to worry about having like a slow internet connection. But when it comes to, the question I'm asking is, when it comes to doing business in Nicaragua, you're talking about setting up, let's say, an office in Nicaragua. And one of the reasons I'm making this video is because before I left, a friend of mine asked me to talk to a boss, and he wanted to ask me about doing business in Nicaragua. So this could be a bit like controversial, but just hear me out. Like, subscribe, stay to the end of the video. Whether you're Nicaraguan, whether you're a foreigner, you want to get my perspective. And if you agree with me, let me know in the comment section. And more importantly, if you disagree with me, let me know in the comment section as well, so we can have that discourse or have that conversation about doing business in Nicaragua. But yeah, so I'm in Nicaragua, I'm making money online. I own 1 or 2 bars. The bars weren't set up to make money. The bars were set up because I'm a man and I wanted a bar and it seemed to be fun, so that was fun. Then I built a call center with over 80 people, and I interviewed more than, I personally our company would have gone through more than 1,000 interviews over the years. And so to answer your question, in 2022, my personal opinion, I'll explain why after. So let me answer the question first. The purpose of this video is, should you do business in Nicaragua? So my answer is no. So let me explain why. There are a number of reasons why. Right? This may change, you may not. When you say no to something, a lot of people I'm going to receive a lot of hate, a lot of disagreements, a lot of consequences for not doing business in a country that needs foreign investment and businesses to be built there. But a lot of challenges that come in when doing business in Nicaragua as a country. Now, I think Nicaragua is a beautiful place. There's nice nature. If you're into nature, I'm not a nature person. But the whole of doing business there, you're gonna come across a lot of challenges. Now, the banking system in Nicaragua is not respected on an international level. You're going to come across a lot of challenges with big wires, a lot of delays. As a law, every transfer over $500 is reported and made a note of, right? It needs to be reported. On an international level, the international banks don't respect the financial system in Nicaragua. There's a lot of questions. Now, when it comes to hiring quality employees in Nicaragua, the cost of labor is pretty cheap. It's pretty low. I don't want to use the word cheap, but the cost of labor is low. So I did not find a challenge in finding employees to clean, to drive, to do this stuff around the house, to do stuff that would save you time if you want to focus on a business, let's say online. So you can relatively easy find that level of quality labor that would show up on time and be responsible. And you have to build some trust. There's a lot of trust when it comes to people in your personal space. So although it is challenging, it's not that challenging. Where the challenge comes in is building a team of intelligent, critical thinking humans that work together to make more money. And I had a long conversation with a gentleman behind the camera about this, and maybe we'll go into depth in the future. But building a business and building a team, they lack, as a culture, there's a lack of proactive, there's a lack of, what's the word I'm looking for? Like being proactive. And I'll give you a statistic to back that up, right? We had an office, the Nicaraguan employees were somewhere between 50 and 80 employees, right? In the office, we manage them, we have managers above them, hit goals and so on. We had one employee that worked remotely from India. His name is Indra. So hopefully Indra, if you look at this, shout out to Indra. I have him on Instagram, on Telegram. I'll send him a personal comment so you can check it out. Smash the like button, it's from India. Now, his work ethic and his drive was considerably higher than, I would say, 95% of the team in Nicaragua. And a lot of people, even the guys who worked for me in the past, might be like, that's not true. But if you just look at the data, what they were doing at the time, Indra was managing 2 Amazon accounts, and the guys in the office in Nicaragua were managing 2 Amazon accounts each. And the results that Indra produced were more consistent than the guys in Nicaragua. Now, I'm not saying that the solution to outsourcing forever with 100 Amazon accounts is going to India, because you still need controls as a business. But in my personal experience, the quality of work, the trust, the drive, setting goals, motivating this group of people was considerably challenging. And that is from my experience in the US, in Costa Rica, in Panama, working with guys in India, working with guys in Pakistan, working with guys in Canada. As a foreigner looking to do business in Nicaragua, you are coming with a lot of preconceptions, a lot of ideals and values that may work where you're coming from. And in Nicaragua, in my experience, they would not work. Now, that being said, I have a friend who runs a call center with over 300 employees. So I'm not saying it is impossible. But one of the big differences between that individual and everyone else I've seen do business in Nicaragua is he is Nicaraguan. So the way he runs his business takes into account a lot of these cultural differences. And it is not a business that I personally, as a 39-year-old human from Trinidad and Tobago, would want to run, because my whole idea of a business and my own idea of motivation and building teams and the type of business I would want to run are not the same. And I know as an entrepreneur, you can choose your own path, right? You decide to make money wherever you want to make money. So, and I want to bring something else up, and I'm not going to give too many details. Me being in Nicaragua for a long time, there's a lot of value there. And there's another YouTuber, Ecom Tom, that came to Nicaragua, bought a house, he made a video about it, and he's now in the US traveling, and he too is questioning if he's going to return to Nicaragua. And when I told him that I was in Costa Rica, sad to say that I guess not sad, but he was like, yeah, I know Costa Rica, come check it out. But that is just some of the information, or some things that I hope from my experience there, and my experience in business, and my experience in international business and doing business in different countries, that if you are considering, maybe you're not considering doing business in Nicaragua, but I hope that if you watch this video, you could learn something from my experience, and you could ask me more questions, right? Like if there's a specific topic in doing business in Nicaragua you'd like me to touch, you could put that in the comment section. If you're interested in any sort of e-commerce, there's a link in the description for my Facebook group and the Marc Show group and some other things. But anyway guys, like the video, subscribe. There's a lot. I could talk for hours because I have spent 11 years of my life in Nicaragua doing business online and doing business within the country. But this is just a small kind of summary and a small I'm just sharing a lot of you guys, a lot of my thoughts and experiences, a couple days of leaving Nicaragua, and hopefully you'll learn from that. Anyway, like, subscribe, I'll stop rambling. Have a good one guys. Peace.